Passe, est-ce que vous entendez bien? Juste un petit essai, donc just a little training for the camera and the sound systems.
Alors, à mon tour, est-ce que vous m'entendez, Jean-Pierre? Bonjour. Allô, 1, 2, 3. Donc, test de sonorisation.
Just for the sound.
À peine plus faible, peut-être? Non, je ne sais pas.
And Paula, you hear everything. You have no problem.
Ça veut dire que tu n'as pas encore de sonoton.
Samir est là, on peut commencer. J'adore que les spécialistes du football américain viennent faire de l'athlétisme. Je sais. Bonjour, bonjour à toutes et à tous. Bienvenue au Stade Louis II à l'occasion de ce 36e meeting Herculis. Je vais tout de suite passer la parole au directeur du meeting, monsieur Jean-Pierre SCHOEBEL, qui va vous dire quelques mots en français que je traduirai en anglais.
Bien, d'abord au nom du comité d'organisation de notre meeting Herculis CEBS, je suis heureux de vous accueillir à cette présentation des athlètes. Après de magnifiques championnats du monde en juillet à Eugene, suivis par les Jeux du Commonwealth à Birmingham et du meeting de la Diamond League samedi à Chorzos, en remplacement des meetings chinois, nous voilà à la veille de notre 36e édition d'Herculis CEBS.
On the name of the organizing committee, the Herculis CBS is pleased to welcome you here for this 36th edition after the World Championships, the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham and the Diamond League meet in Chorzos. We are happy to have you here.
3 championnats majeurs d'athlétisme dans la même année, avec les championnats d'Europe qui vont nous suivre dans 5 jours. Et cette date de la mi-août a été bien délicate pour nous.
With 3 main championships during this season, this has been a bit tricky for us, for our meeting.
Cela ne nous a pas facilité la tâche, mais nous avons relevé le challenge et je crois que demain, nous vous présenterons une belle édition de la Ligue de Diamant Wanda.
This won't be easy, but this would not be easy, but I will tell you that the field that you will see tomorrow is a pretty good one, and we're happy to have this at this Wanda Diamond League.
Demain, la météo est bonne. Le public a répondu présent. Vous pouvez le constater comme moi que les installations sont prêtes et les athlètes sont prêts à nous enchanter.
The crowd will be there tomorrow. Weather forecast looks pretty good, and as you can see, the facilities are ready to welcome the athletes who will be performing tomorrow.
Je vous remercie pour votre présence et je vous souhaite bon courage et bon travail pour cette édition de la Diamond League. Merci.
Thank you very much for being here with us, and wish you a wonderful work tomorrow. Thank you again. If you have any questions to the meet director, just feel free to ask. Si
I think you wish more the athletes than me, so I'm going to leave.
Ouais. C'est comme vous voulez. Si quelqu'un a des questions, no questions, pas de questions. Ok. Merci beaucoup, Jean-Pierre. Merci.
Avec plaisir.
On se retrouve demain, donc pour la suite de ce meeting. Dans quelques instants, dans 5 minutes, puisque vous avez vu les horaires, you've seen the timetable for this press conference. So in 4 minutes from now, we'll have the 2 first athletes. We start with the fast ones, with the sprinters. Right. Welcome to our sprinters joining us here today. Thank you very much. Noah Lyles, who is the world champions in the 200, and Michael Norman, who won the 400, bringing back the title for USA. Last time was Lachon Merit some times ago, so it was cool to have you guys here. Coming to Monaco, just want to know what's the feeling that you have here coming back to that meet. Noah, you know that meet. You came here earlier with your brother also, and he will be here with you. Yeah. Open it. It's technical, but yeah, it's working.
All right, we good? Okay, cool. Monaco is a special diamond league for me. It's hold a few of my PRs and always run fast here, and I enjoy the crowd, and the city is great. Even the name, the LYLES, has a good luck here. Me and my brother went 1-2 in 2020. I believe at the time that was my brother's PR, I think.
Yes.
Monaco is a very special place. I love running here.
C'est un endroit fantastique. J'adore le public, j'adore l'ambiance. On était venu en 2020 avec mon frère, on avait fait un 2, il lui avait battu son record personnel. À ce moment-là, ça avait été un vrai bonheur. C'est quelque chose que j'aime bien. Michael, your first professional meet, we met for the first time, was in Paris 2018, if I recall, if I remember. You were so happy to run there, this professional meet. You've done a lot since that time. With that world title, I imagine that this is something, it's one step on what you want to achieve.
Yeah, I think as athletes we have a lot of goals and dreams and aspirations, and finally getting that world title this year has finally checked one of many boxes that I have. So it was a great feeling, kind of a lift off my shoulders, and I guess now I can kind of just enjoy the rest of the season and just run free, just enjoy sprinting. And doing whatever I desire to do. So.
Oui, non, c'est un plaisir. Les athlètes, on a des rêves, on a des moments qui sont assez particuliers. Et c'est vrai que d'avoir eu ce titre, c'est quelque chose de fantastique, ce qui me libère totalement, qui me permet à moi d'avoir justement envie de me faire plaisir. C'est ce que j'ai envie de faire justement sur cette fin de saison. What is your goal coming here for that meet? Both of you, Noah first.
So I talked a little about my plans after Worlds and the press conference at World Championships, and I was telling people how I didn't think that my peak was going to show at Worlds.
Well, it was the U.S. record plus the third all-time best, so it was quite a...
Oh, yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. But you want
more. I've been telling everybody, give me a month, and the world record will be in my sights.
I like this. Well, you're always talking good. I like when Noah is on a press conference. He gives a lot, and also on the track. I mean, you like the show. You like this.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. The more the crowd is engaged, the faster I run. The more excited I am.
Conditions are good.
As long as the wind is helping me and not hurting me, it is good. Who likes headwinds?
He can run on headwinds. You had some headwinds sometimes, Michael. You know that on 400 sometimes it's tricky. Huh?
I mean, we have headwinds all the time in the 400. My preference is to have it coming home rather than on the backstretch, just because it makes it a little bit easier. But I don't mind training in it, running in it. It just makes it stronger. Not for the sprinting though. I don't like running windy at times. I'd rather run into a headwind than have a windy time.
Yeah, on 100 it's quite hard. On a 200, your last 200 was in April, right?
Yeah, it was my first race of the year.
But under 20 seconds, 1983, right?
Yeah, it was my fastest season opener in the 200 and the earliest I've ever run a 200 in my career. So it was a great time, and at the time I hadn't run a 200 since the last time we raced, which was like 2019 in Rome.
2019
so
in
that was
Rome.
the last time I ran the 200. So it was like a 2-year
That was the last
hiatus.
time you guys met in a race.
Yeah,
that was.
So I haven't got my lick back.
Hey man, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know where I'm at, so
you know, I gotta murder you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow.
Since that time, he's trying to find a revenge. So
I've been waiting.
He has a
3
couple
years.
up on me.
I've been waiting 3 years for this moment.
I'm free. I'm sure we're gonna have a couple more races this year. We'll see we'll see where I'm at this year. You know, it's hard to say. I know I'm in the best shape of my life in terms of just pure strength, but you know, I haven't sprinted in a couple months, like April.
Right.
So you know, just coming out here and finally just opening up, it feels really good. My race in Poland, a couple days ago, probably was the easiest 44-1 I've ever ran. It just was so smooth. I felt so strong. So, you know, I'm really excited to come out here and finally sprint and let loose because I feel like I've been holding back all year.
Yes. I know that you were a bit frustrated by the time at the World Championship, but times doesn't mean nothing. Just the most important thing was the victory there.
Yeah.
And then in the 400, in 4x4, it seems that things went even much better for you.
Yeah. I think looking back, of course, the win is the most important thing for me. Of course, you know, if you could win and break an American record or do something special, you know, that puts the cherry on top. But for me, that being my first championship win, you know, the time doesn't matter because you can never take a win away. You know, the medal will always be there and that title will always be mine. But when it comes to like records, you know, those are meant to be broken, and athletes, you know, the next generation or, you know, athletes coming up, you know, they have desires to beat it. So, you know, that won't always be yours. But that, you know, the 2022 World Athletics Championship, 400-meter men's 400-meter championship title will belong to me forever, and it's written in history. So, you know, that's just kind of how I feel about it right now.
Right. You guys are friends. You have a lot of friends, Michael. Michael is like the smoother guy on a track and field planet. So he's just like he's friend with Ray Benjamin. He's friends with all these guys.
Well, Rye's my friend too. I've known Rye since high school.
I've known him since high school too.
Right.
I mean, we were teammates in college and then roommates for a little bit, and now he lives far away from me. So.
Right. You've been raised with all these guys. I mean, among
but actually, we've known each other longer than we've known.
Rye. Yeah. Because in our junior year, like that was the first year that we like really went up against each other.
Yeah, we ran in the 200 and the old Hayward Field, U.S. Juniors.
Yep.
He ran like 20.
Hayward Field.
I want to say you ran 2018.
2018.
I ran 2020.
Oh,
like that.
It was a scorching race.
Yeah, it was hot. I remember it was super hot. It was the first time I ran two 200s in one day, and they were like, "You want to go to Pan Am's?" I said, "Nope, I'm done for the season," and I went home.
And I was so hurt because I just knew we were gonna like kill it at Pan Am's. And you know who else was on that team? Christian Coleman.
Oh yeah,
Christian Coleman was on that team.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's true.
That was
nice.
a huge.
And now you guys are making #1 in your event in the world. I mean, just like.
And now we all got golds.
Yeah, it's just crazy to see, you know, just the growth that's happened between the past, I guess, 8 years now. I mean, people don't even know that we were roommates in 2016 at World Juniors, and that's when we first won. I won the 200, he won the 100, and then we were both on the 4x1 together. I didn't even run the 4x4 or the Open 4 that year. So
No, Michael, it looks like a very complete athlete. Under 10 seconds in the.
Are you saying that you want me to run the 4?
I want you to tell me
me
if one day you want to think about a 400.
Hey, you want to give me $2 million? I'll run the 4 for $2 million.
You run for less.
Shoot, that ain't me. As my brother puts it, he said there's quarter horses and show ponies, and all I know is show ponies make a lot more money than quarter horses.
Yeah, it's a lot of work in the 400. I'm not even gonna lie. When the opportunity presents itself, you know, I'm gonna have to drop down to the 100. I think that's where my heart belongs, to be honest.
I agree with you.
Yeah, you know,
I agree with you.
My heart belongs there.
I mean, when we were in high school, I remember you ran 10 too, and I was like, I mean, at this point, you should just choose the event. Just pull a Fred, bro.
Yeah, that was my second. That was my 5th 100-meter I've ever ran in high school. So I went from like 11.1. Then junior year, I jogged like a 10.7. Or sorry, my sophomore year jogged like a 10.7. Junior year, I ran like 10.3. And then my coach in high school was like, "Hey, you want to run the 100 this year?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "Go for it." And I was like, "Cool." And I ran like 10.2. So.
Wonderful. Yeah. Tomorrow, there will be no friends on the race during the race. It depends on the line. You know, of course, you know the line. You prefer to be behind, or?
I prefer lane 7.
Right, I know.
7.
You don't want to see no one.
No, I don't care about seeing people. Like I think I was listening to an interview that Michael Johnson was in, and he was talking about how people react to lanes, and he was talking about me. He's like, Noah doesn't care what lane he is, or he doesn't care where anybody is positioned. He just cares about the lane he gets. You know, if he gets an outside lane, he's happy. That's very accurate. If I get an outside lane, I'm happy. So if I could choose what lane I'm in, it's going to be 7 or 6. Now, if, you know, we're at Worlds and they're just giving us lanes, as long as it's 4 and up, I'm happy.
I know, Michael.
Yeah, I agree. You know, lane draw. Well, 400 is a little bit different, just because it's a very strategic race.
Right.
Sometimes, especially when it comes to like a championship setting. But
There are different steps, different.
It's different intensity. You
Exactly.
kind of have to be more aware of what's going on. But when it comes to the sprints, it's all about running your own your race pattern. And you know, of course, when you have competition, you're obviously going to elevate with the competition. But for me, you know, the preference is always, you know, the outer lanes. Just, I'm not that tall, but I'm kind of tall, so I prefer running on the outside just because it's a little easier. It feels easier. So if you put me in like 2 or 3, I'm gonna still run hard, but I probably won't be very happy.
Noah said he wants to do a big thing. He wants to break this world record. He can't. He's capable of it. We know that.
Yeah.
What's in your mind?
Yeah, so again, I think it's going to be a super hot race tomorrow. You know, Noah's already elevated in the 200. You know, I've been gone for a while in the 200, so you know, it's time for me to break through and run faster than 19.7. Like, that's not cutting it anymore. So I'm just going out there, you know, going to talk to my coach, talk about a race plan, and execute the way he wants me to, and then hopefully we see something special on my part.
But isn't that crazy how 19.7 is now considered like
Yes, it
average?
does not look. It does not look
not
good.
average, but
It,
no,
it doesn't
no,
look
it's-
good, you know, next to my name.
I
So
know.
it needs to drop. It needs to
Okay.
drop.
But I like when I still see 19.7, I still be like, oh shoot, that's fast.
Yeah.
And then you
It is.
you go to USA's and it's like 19.7, 19.8, 19.6, 19.6. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I know.
Yeah, it's the same way. Like I feel the same way in the 400. You know, when I see 44 in front of the time, you know, I'm never going to be satisfied.
Which is so
Completely
crazy
satisfied,
because if
you know.
somebody ran like 44, maybe 2, that would get you a bronze medal or even a silver medal for sure at a world championships.
Yeah, and the game has completely changed over the past
true.
couple of years. So it's great for the sport. A lot of people are elevating it, and you know, it keeps me motivated every day. And I'm just excited. So hopefully, you know, we see a PB because I'm overdue for one. For
Well,
sure.
we wish
agree.
this. The big club will be like under 1950, which brings you.
Yeah, that's a different that's elite right there. That's elite.
Come on now, you can jump in that club real quick.
You know, for sure, the goal is definitely to go down that far. But you know, I have no pressure, no expectations. I'm just gonna go out there and compete. So when my coach wakes up in, I don't know, 2 hours or something like that, he'll probably give me a call and we'll start breaking down the race for tomorrow.
Right. Good. Well, I will give the floor to the journalists who are here. You understand almost everything. If you need a translation in French, I'll be there for you later. Qui est-ce qui veut poser une question? Wants to ask the first questions? Yes. We have one here and 2. Just name yourself and feel free to ask the question.
Samir Hamoudi for RMC Sport. Hi guys, hope you're doing fine. How would you describe both of you, your rivalry between each other, and especially with you, Noah, compare your rivalry with Michael compared to Arian?
I'd say that this rivalry is like my OG in rivalry. Like Mike is like the guy. I mean, there's me and my brother who's like raced all the time, so he's always gonna be there. But this is, you know, the guy that I don't get to see often, that everybody wants to see us go up against. Like that we were literally on East Coast, West Coast, like, oh, who's gonna take this? Like, and we were always very close to each other, and, you know, dropping times here and there, and it's like, oh, the next time they're gonna show up is gonna be huge. And like I think besides, like, Arian is like the one that everybody else wanted, but every time I hear like a rivalry between me and Mark, it's like, oh, this is the one that I wanted, you know.
Yeah, you know, I kind of like agree on that. Ever since we were in high school, that junior year of high school, it'd be like no LYLES ran 20.7, which was like crazy fast in high school at the time. And then it's like, okay, all right. So then I'll run like 20.69, and then it'll be like pretty silent for like a couple months, and then he'll drop 20.2, and it's like, okay, that's how it really is. And then it's, you know, the end of both of our seasons, and we just kind of pushing each other, and we'd always take each other's like U.S. lead at the time in high school. And then, you know, we just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it fueled us intrinsically. Yeah, I mean, like, we barely race each other. We didn't really know each other that well. And it was just like a sense of pride of like, okay, I want to be U.S. #1, but this guy keeps taking it from me. And it just kind of started as that. And then, you know, as we grew older, and then, you know, I decided to go the college route, he went pro. You know, we kind of went our separate ways, but now it's, I think, on this pro level, we're now kind of relighting this fire and this rivalry again. And yeah, I think it's really exciting and great for the sport.
Thank you. Sur la rivalité, oui, la relation, elle date il a dit il y a un petit moment, à chaque fois qu'ils étaient jeunes, ils étaient juniors, il y avait un qui faisait 20-70 par exemple, l'autre essayait de faire beaucoup moins dans un 20-69 et ça leur plaisait. Et ensuite de ça, ils faisaient 22, et puis après à la fin de la saison, ils comparaient un peu, ils se retrouvaient, ils se revoyaient régulièrement, et il y avait toujours cette envie de faire mieux à chaque fois, d'essayer de se comparer comme cela. Ils l'ont fait tout au long de leur carrière et continuent de le faire, même si ils se sont un peu écartés au niveau des différentes routes. Ils ont toujours, et chacun a la même idée justement de cette, à la fois de cette rivalité, mais aussi ce lien qui les lie justement. Une autre question, Samir, ou sinon derrière.
Rapide, real quick, I'm sorry about that, but you're 1-1 right now, both of you. And I remember you, Michael, in 2019 telling me when Noah was leading you 1-0 that was very important to you to beat him. So tomorrow it's going to be...
I think I'm 0-3 actually. I think it's 3-1.
Yes.
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
I'm talking only in pros, on 200.
Not
Counting the junior years and stuff.
That was Rome.
So we got Lausanne and Rome.
Yeah.
Oh, so
How
we
important
are-
is it to settle the count?
Okay.
Shoot.
Go for it.
Best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I guess it's
Best
gonna
three,
keep going, you know.
and then best 3 out of 5. and then,
The tally will forever keep going
Exactly.
until one of us retires. So
Yeah.
whoever has the most wins at that point will, I guess, be determined the king. for
Ils se sont
this
beaucoup rencontrés
generation.
en junior, en amateur, et un peu moins en professionnel, 2 fois seulement Lausanne et Rome. Et effectivement, ils sont en train de compter. Là, ils disent le meilleur sur 3, et puis en plus le meilleur ensuite à 5 victoires. Voilà, ils vont le faire comme ça au fur et à mesure. Ils vont continuer de se faire plaisir dans la même veine. Allez-y.
J'ai une question justement sur aussi ce que peut espérer Noah demain. Il a fait 19,31, le 3e temps de l'histoire sur le 200 mètres aux mondiaux à Eugene. Est-ce qu'il se sent fatigué? J'ai l'impression qu'il n'a pas cette fatigue-là, mais est-ce que mentalement, cette fin de saison, il n'y aura pas d'euro, bien évidemment, pour les Américains?
Il a annoncé tout à l'heure qu'il voulait faire quelque chose de très gros, et
Ouais.
il pensait au record du monde. Hein, donc,
Ouais, bien sûr. Donc est-ce qu'il n'y a pas malgré tout un peu de fatigue? Est-ce qu'il ne sent pas ça malgré tout?
After the World Championships, after the 1931, which is the third best of all time, we're not something like a little in your mind that you felt a bit tired after achieving this and seeing the end of the season. Even if you said you want to make something big, but the question is, didn't you felt like something going down after just achieving the world title?
are you referring to like in the race, losing speed? Are you referring to that?
Well, just
Oh yeah.
not only this, but the fact that now you got it, so maybe are you more relaxed, or you more tired because this is done? And,
yeah. So I'll tackle 2 things. I'll tackle how the season is right now. So right now, yes, the World Championship is over, and I'm glad I got that. And there is a weight that's lifted off of my shoulders from that. But that still, I'm not, my joy is from running. I love running. I love practicing for it. I like going out, hurting in practice, coming back, seeing fast times, getting better. That's my true joy and my passion, and that's why I continue to do this. So even though I have, yes, the World Championship, that doesn't mean that I'm satisfied. Like, I'm never going to be satisfied. That's the thing that, I love about myself, because I'm always going to be looking for more. I'm always hungry for more. So I can come to a Diamond League and be like, oh, yeah, I want to keep going. Like, that's nice. I got the World Championship. I ran the 3rd fastest time. I expected to do that.
Right.
That I want to shock myself. Let's keep pushing for more. Let's keep getting better at the race I'm already good at. And, what's the point of just coming out after the World Championship and be like, oh, let's just run slow times?
No.
What? What? No. I want to keep going and be like, okay, I'm excited to see what I can keep doing. And what can I do with 19.9 and 19.6 not on my legs? Like, that's the real thought that keeps coming through my head. Like, what can I do without those 2 rounds before that 19.3 on my legs?
Alors, c'est vrai qu'après le titre, il était satisfait. Bien entendu, il y avait le relâchement, il est peut-être naturel à ce moment-là parce qu'on a réussi quelque chose. Mais lui, ce qui lui plaît, c'est courir. Il s'entraîne pour ça, il adore l'entraînement, mais il adore aussi la compétition. Et il a besoin de faire ça. Il le dit, si effectivement le titre était dans la poche, le reste, la suite, il n'allait pas courir des temps lents. Il n'allait pas venir pour justement être juste là pour courir. Il avait envie de réussir quelque chose, parce que c'est ce qui lui plaît. Et donc, peu importe. Il n'y a pas de... La fatigue, pas vraiment. Il y a juste simplement une envie qui est toujours là. C'est ce que dit Michael. Il appuyait justement là-dessus. L'envie, elle est toujours là. Donc, il viendra dans un meeting. Quand il voit qu'il y a un meeting Diamond League et qu'il est invité, oui, il a envie de courir. Il a envie de courir vite. Il a envie de le montrer. Et il sait, avec 19-31 dans les jambes, qu'il peut faire quelque chose de très, très fort. Une autre question? One more question? Yes. Devant.
Oh. Hi, I'm Frederick from Norway. Noah, how fast do you expect to run tomorrow? What will you be happy with?
What would I be happy with?
Yeah.
A world record. I mean, I'm already happy. So, you know, just running in general is fun to me. You know, I've stopped putting times on myself. I've been stopped doing that because every time I put a time on myself, it's kind of telling my body, oh, shoot for this. So I've stopped doing that, and I've just been like, let's just create the perfect race. You know, that's my goal. How each time I step on the track, I want to make the race better than it was last time. Okay, I ran, 10:15 on the turn last time. Let's go to 10:12, or let's go to 10:10. You know, let's keep making the race better. Like, how can I, you know, what steps can I improve on? Where areas of that race can I get better at, you know? And by doing that, the time will get faster naturally. So that's putting together a great race is what I'm the happiest about.
Avec quoi je serais satisfait avec un record du monde, bien sûr. Non, j'ai envie de courir vite, j'ai envie de ça. Et j'ai envie de faire la course parfaite. Si je peux la faire, j'aimerais la faire. Par exemple, si j'ai couru 10-15 dans le premier 100 mètres dans le virage, je voudrais faire 10-12 ou 10-10. J'aimerais voilà, pouvoir améliorer ça. C'est une façon pour moi de me dire voilà, j'ai progressé, il y a quelque chose qui se passe. Et donc toujours envie de faire mieux, bien entendu. Mais j'aime pas donner des temps. J'aime pas donner c'est pas quelque chose d'important de donner des temps. J'aime pas trop en parler. Yes, one more.
Yeah, but your main goal is world record, right? Or
Of course, yeah. Every time I step on the track now is to get closer and closer to the world record.
and when do you think you will achieve that?
Well, if I could tell you that, then I would have told you that.
Et quand est-ce que tu sais que tu voulais faire le record du monde, mais quand est-ce que tu voudras faire le record? Si je pouvais te dire quand je vais le faire, eh bien j'aurais dit, bien entendu. Une autre question? One more question? Plus de questions? No more questions? We're fine? Guys, you ready to go? And well, good luck for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to see that race.
Thank you.
Shoot, me too.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
See you after.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you. Merci d'être de retour. Thank you very much. We keep on going, and we have middle distance runners running 1,000 meters tomorrow. The Olympic and world champion of the 800 meter is Emmanuel KORIR. Thank you, from Kenya, with us. And the nice and big surprise from the World Championships, Jake WIGHTMAN, who won the 1500. Well, he was among the favorites, but not that favorite, and he did a great race in Eugene to get the title. So we'll talk about this, guys. Thank you very much for attending this press conference. Emmanuel, how hard was it for you to keep on the title after the Olympic Games when you won one big thing, which was the Olympic gold, and the year after was not easy to win the World Championships?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it takes courage. I've been trying, to be a world champion, not once, not twice. That was my third time trying to get that title. So in 2017,
17 first, yeah,
in London,
yeah,
I messed up. 2019 again, nothing happened. I did my best. I was in the finals in 400, and I appreciate. So this time round, and I thank God. So it happened. So it's been long trying to be a world champion.
You mean experience helped? These experience of failing before winning helped you?
Yeah, sure. So running 800 meters, I mean, it needs a lot. It's a tactical race. I mean, you can't just go and, rush. You can rush and maybe go with 47 or even 48. It's possible.
Yes.
But you will die at the end. So it's all about calculations. So anytime I step into the field, I do have my own calculations, trying to figure out who is going to be in the game and try to execute one or two. If it fails, then you learn for tomorrow. Yes.
But then you did well. How was it for you in terms of, you said tactic? Did you add something in mind and it worked, or did you have to adapt during the race?
For most of those people, I mean my fans who've been following my races, this year I changed my tactic completely because at first I was struggling, I had an injury December, January and March, so I didn't have the time to train to 100%. So since May I started struggling, and I felt like I should start now trying, to do something different. Yeah, and I did, and it worked. So the first round went well. That was slow for me, and I felt like this is now gonna be my time. I think something good is coming.
You felt it.
I felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Just let me translate a bit in French. La façon dont on retient un titre après le titre olympique et le titre de champion du monde n'est pas toujours évident. Il a réussi à le faire avec des difficultés parce que il avait été en 2017, il avait tenté au championnat du monde à Londres, et puis ensuite à Doha. Ça n'avait pas fonctionné, même s'il avait été en finale sur ces dernières. Et il a été blessé en décembre. Il a fallu revenir, donc il a changé légèrement de tactique, la façon dont il a vu sa course. Et lors de la série où il a gagné facilement, il s'est dit effectivement là je tiens la bonne tactique, et donc il l'a appliqué. C'est comme ça qu'il est heureux et qu'il a gagné. Jake, you had some medals at the European Championships at juniors. You won gold when you were a junior, but this World Championships you were ready. How was it for you in your mind? Because a lot of people said, well, you did a perfect race in this day. When it happens, it seems easy, no?
Yeah, I think the only way you come to that kind of point is by making a lot of mistakes before. So I'm 28 now, and I've had a lot of chances where I probably haven't run the right race, and I've made mistakes to be able to learn what I need to change. But I think the biggest thing to be able to allow me to do this was my Tokyo final was so poor. I was 10th, and I knew that there was a lot from that season that was good, but a lot that I needed to probably change to be better the next year. So I went away in winter, and we did a lot of stuff that was what I wasn't really used to and comfortable with, so running over distance, which we realised the races are going to go so quick now through the rounds that I've got to be much stronger to be able to run a PB on the third day of racing. So I think that made a difference for me, and a lot of it was I was obsessed in Tokyo with getting a medal. I was like the whole year like I need to medal. It only comes around every 4 years. Like this
Put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yeah, I'd say that too much. Whereas this year I said I've done everything I possibly could. Like I've turned every stone. If I don't medal, then it's because I wasn't good enough, and there's nothing I could have done differently.
And no more pressure than that.
No, and it's just like I ran with so much freedom, and all I said was like if I get the chance in the final lap, if I'm still there, I'm gonna give it a go to try and win it. And here I am.
This happened.
Yeah.
Oui, non, effectivement, cette course, c'est pas simple de la gagner. J'étais pas, c'est vrai, le favori, mais je m'étais planté à Tokyo en 2021 et j'avais terminé 10e. C'est pas la course que j'attendais. Je m'étais mis beaucoup de pression. Je voulais une médaille. Je savais que je pouvais l'avoir. Je l'avais eu au championnat d'Europe. Et donc, malheureusement, j'ai pas réussi la bonne course. Et donc, j'ai changé de tactique. Je me suis dit qu'il fallait courir des courses rapides pour pouvoir justement être à la 3e course encore plus rapide. Et c'est ce qui s'est passé sans me mettre de pression cette année et en me disant voilà, si je réussis pas, c'est que j'ai pas été bon, sans plus que ça. Et donc ça a fonctionné et je me suis retrouvé justement à être plus à l'aise de ce point de vue-là. You have achieved what you were seeking this year, world title, both of you. Now, tomorrow you will meet on a different distance. What is your goal on this one? First, Emmanuel.
Running the 1,000, it's gonna be my first time. So whatever comes
First
tomorrow,
time in 1,000 meters.
Yeah, I've never raced any.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be my first time. So whatever comes tomorrow, it's gonna be my best, and I'm expecting the best. At least we have Chucky, 1,500 meter guy. He has a lot of mileage and endurance, so I'm expecting tough race tomorrow.
Yes, but it will be 1,000 meters is 200 meters more, but it's still fast.
I know it's gonna be tough for me, especially me, because the 200, it's like another maybe 1,000 meters for me. So, but I'll do my best.
You will do your best.
Yeah.
Jake, this will be 300 meters less, right?
Yeah, 500 meters less.
If we count 500 meters less, so if we come this way.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can show that this is probably. Like, ideally, I'd have said a K if I could have any championship distance would be what I choose, because I still enjoy running 800s and 1500s, and I'm hoping that the 1500 strength comes into play in the last 200 when these guys aren't used to that. Whereas I go through that point every time, but it's definitely going to be it's going to feel quick, because a K for us is like a long 800 rather than a short 1500. Right. So a lot of it is going through the 800 point quick still, and then hanging on and seeing what you can do that last two. So it's exciting, and it's kind of like it's a fun event to be able to do, to try and see how quick we can go. Right. We're at probably the quickest track and stadium in the world, both having had good seasons, so it's a pretty exciting one, and there's lots of other guys in the race that I'm sure are going to be tough to beat as well.
Emmanuel, this is like exploring something new for you. I'm sure you're ready because of training. Sometimes in training you go over your distance, right?
Yeah, whatever. It's long for me, but it's gonna be exciting race. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm ready. I'll do my best. So let's wait.
Pour Emmanuel, vous l'avez compris, donc c'est une première. C'est la première fois qu'il va courir un 1000 mètres. Et donc ce 1000 mètres, c'est nouveau, c'est 200 mètres de plus, c'est quelque chose d'assez particulier. Donc peut-être que ça avantagera les coureurs de 1500, mais il n'en est pas très sûr. Donc il va, lui, donner bien entendu le meilleur en ayant une grande envie justement de découvrir ce qu'il peut faire. Quoi qu'il arrive, de toute façon, ça sera du bonus puisqu'il va établir un record. Et pour Jack, c'est quelque chose d'assez intéressant également, la façon dont lui court ses 1500 mètres, de se retrouver sur cette distance un peu plus courte, va lui permettre justement aussi de voir où en est sa pointe de vitesse, et ça c'est quelque chose qui lui plaît. Voilà, ils sont assez excités par rapport à cette idée-là. We're talking about you guys, but there will be other runners in the race, or as always. Just like it's something you have to take in consideration. What are your skills in terms of sprinting? Because sometimes in the last 100 meters, it can make a difference. You may be 5 or 6 guys at the same level entering the hundreds.
I'm going to say, probably slower than Emmanuel over top end speed for sure. But yeah, my strength is that I can endure that distance. So if we're like filled with lactic, I hope that my endurance background and my aerobic base that might be slightly better than some of the others will come through. The thing is, I can't tell you how I'll feel through 800. So the last 200 probably won't be pretty for anybody, but it's going to be about like damage limitation, I think, just because the pace that we're probably going to end up going through is going to be pretty hot. So I can't tell you how it's going to be, but I just hope that I can stay strong.
You tell us afterwards.
Yeah, I might not be able to tell you for a few hours if I'm in such a bad way, right. But at some point I will.
Legs will hurt tomorrow.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, how is your speed in the last 100?
So, talking about this 1,000 meters, it depends now with the kind of speed.
How was it before?
Yeah, I mean, let's say
when you enter the wind straight. Yeah.
So let's say we cross with 144. I don't know if it's gonna make
possible. 144 at the 800. Yes, possible.
That's fast. So at the end, the last 200 now will determine like if the race starts fast, then the last 200 will be open for everyone.
Or it's progressive.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, to predict it. But if now we go slow, then the last 200. I mean, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Voilà, effectivement, leur course avec les avantages que peut avoir Jack, par exemple, d'avoir cette possibilité justement de garder un peu plus de réserve par rapport au coureur de 800. Mais c'est pas un sprinter, donc il vaudra mieux qu'il soit légèrement devant pour être plus à l'aise, alors qu'Emmanuel, justement, lui disait que si ça passe en 1,44 au 800, ce qui est fort possible, eh bien là, la course sera difficile pour tout le monde et ceux qui garderont un petit peu de réserve pourront peut-être l'emporter. So we open the floor to you guys. If you want to ask a question, just raise your hand and feel free to ask. Une question? Oui, devant. Attends. Le micro, c'est mieux.
Thank you. Question for Emmanuel. First of all, congratulations. Kenya has been struggling a little bit to maintain its supremacy in middle and long distances, but you and Faith Kipyegon are there regular as clockwork. Does this put extra pressure on yourself? Of course, tomorrow you're running for yourself, not for a country. Or does this motivate you, knowing that you are always there when it matters?
So, there is no pressure at all. So, something like the championship, world champion, the Olympics, you carrying like millions of your citizens, your people, all of them are watching you. But I mean, at the end, it depends how ready you are. If you've been working hard, then the pressure doesn't matter at all. So, yeah.
Just to keep on that question, Jake broke the hegemony of Kenya in the 1500. The last title was not Kenyan, was 2011. Yeah, So for the first time, there were no Kenyan winning 1500 at the Worlds. So maybe you have something to do. I'm not pushing you guys. I'm just no. But you guys, you know each other pretty well, or
no, we not met.
Yeah, you met first time.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's good. Tomorrow you will have to see
Hope
each other.
Still friends.
Yes. Well, for sure. During 2 minutes and less than maybe 15 seconds, you will be together. Who wants to ask another question? Another question? Plus de questions? No. Oui, encore? One more? Ici, toujours. Dans l'autre sens. Fais gaffe.
So no pressure for you tomorrow, given that it's 1,000 meters, not an 800 or a 1,500?
There is no pressure. I mean, like I've said, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun for me. So whatever comes, it's going to be my personal best. And, I'm expecting the best, so there is no pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not a normal racing distance, I guess it's like a free like run out. Like there's no real comparison. I ran one in Stockholm in 2018, and the only thing you can compare it to is like the all-time list, which our British record is I think Seb Coe of 2:12 low. which pretty hard one to try and go for. But if I can get as close to that as possible, I'll be happy. So it's a chance just to attack it, and if you blow up because you've gone through too quick, there's no real consequences to it. It's worth giving it a go tomorrow.
Seb may be here. Sebco may be watching.
Yeah, I think, I'm sure that he'll be as surprised as I am if I can break that. But it's, of all the places to try and do it, this is a good one.
Could be a good idea. Voilà, donc effectivement pour tous les deux, il n'y a pas de pression. C'est un vrai plaisir de courir. Bon, Emmanuel le redit, ce sera un bonus pour lui. Et pour Jack, il sait que s'il doit faire quelque chose de fort, ben, on va le comparer bien entendu avec notamment le record britannique qui est le record de Sebco en 2:12. Donc là, c'est quelque chose d'assez compliqué. Il pense qu'il n'est pas à ce niveau-là encore. Une autre question? One more question? Plus de questions? Say hi to your father when you see him. Geoff was also a good runner, a marathon runner.
Yeah, he's a marathon runner. That's why I don't know why I do this short stuff.
But you didn't want to suffer that much. But both of your parents.
Both my parents are marathon runners, so
yes, both.
I don't know whether like my dad's my real dad or anything. I'm not sure.
Yes. Emmanuel, your parents were runners?
No, I'm the only one.
You're the only one in the family.
Yeah.
Great, congratulations.
But my younger siblings are now trying to catch up.
Oh, to catch up?
Yeah.
Good. Well, congratulations again, and wish you the best for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Merci, guys. Thank you. Voilà, merci. Nous allons continuer avec les coureurs de 110 mètres haies. We keep on going with 110 hurdles runners. We are happy to welcome the world champion again this year and the Olympic champion Hansle PARCHMENT and the world champion Grant Holloway. Thank you very much for attempting this press conference and this meeting. Welcome to Monaco. You know the place, both of you, so it's a pleasure to have you back. Hansle, we start with you. First, let's get rid of bad things. Just coming back on this this injury before the final at the World Championships. Can you tell us about it? How it happened and how you feel now?
Well, first and foremost, I'm feeling a lot better now. Hopefully, the problem is completely gone.
Good.
But I was feeling really good. You might have seen the semis.
Of course.
You know, I was in good shape. I was feeling ready to challenge the big man, you know, but maybe something went wrong with hydration. I thought I was hydrating well, but as I got to the starting line and was testing my blocks, I got a cramp out of nowhere, it seemed like, and it threw off everything, unfortunately. You know, I was looking forward to a really competitive race. You know, I think we would have run really well and it would have been, you know, very exciting for everybody, but it could have been worse, so I'm thankful.
So now you're 100% fit.
It's never 100%
Yes,
with these things, but I think I'm in good shape now.
Good. Well, wish you the best. Well, there will be more questions. Just coming back to just Tokyo, I loved the story of the title and your the volunteer that you had to meet again. You needed a volunteer in Eugene. You didn't find her.
Yeah, that was a funny situation, but you know, always thankful, always thankful.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, welcome to Monaco. You have good memories from here?
Yes, yes. I have not won yet, so hopefully that's tomorrow.
Yeah, there is one goal for
Yes,
tomorrow. There is
yes.
one goal. This first victory. So
I'm looking forward to it.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you for being here with us. Congratulations. I know that there has to be one winner, and that's why you guys are on the starting line each time, and one guy has to win, and you did it, like you did also before. It's never easy to win a title, and especially at home. I imagine meant a lot to you.
It was, I mean, first and foremost, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I always get good love in Monaco. So to answer your question, though, it's never easy. You know, when you line up on the line, it doesn't matter what you did 3 weeks ago, what you did yesterday. That could have been last week. It's all about, you know, what happens in that moment. And unfortunately, like Hansle said, had some series of events. Hansle and then Devin.
Of course.
So you know, it's like you take out two of my brothers in one race. So you know, at the end of the day, you know, it came down to one winner, and I prevailed. It's gonna come down to one winner tomorrow, and you know, my main goal always is, you know, I want to prevail. You know, it's just one of the things. You know, you come out here, you execute at a high level, and you know, execution always wins. You know, and that's what happened at the Olympics. You know, Hansle executed way better than I did. I had to settle with the silver, and he got the gold. And you know, you continue just to piggyback, and you learn off your mistakes, and you know, from there you just become a perfectionist. You know, that's one of the main things you can really do. So, you know, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I finally got my feet wet. It takes me a while to get going sometimes, but you know, it's just one of the things where I just continue just to work at it. And like I said, in the semifinal round, once I got the jitterbugs out and everything out my system, I ran really, really well. So I'm looking forward to see what happens tomorrow.
It can be a fast race anyway. So not talking about time yet, but talking about this rivalry in between you two. It's like there's a lot of respect. I know that. You won last year, you win this year, now on the major championship, but maybe the third race here would be something that will tell something on you guys.
I definitely think so. I think Hansle knows, and I've said it multiple times. I grew up watching him.
Right.
when I first got on the scene in 2019.
He's a bit older than you. 32, 24.
I grew up watching, my idol, one of my idols, excuse me. And for it to come to fruition that I'm actually next to him and we're having, these type of talks is, that's the thing I'm going to remember the most. And it's just, it comes down to really, what can I model myself or what can I take out of his game and throw it into my game? And, like I said, I'm relatively young. I'm looking forward to what my future holds. And, like I said, my main goal in all of track and field is to win, the indoor, the outdoor, and the Diamond League. So, like, I'm using this to get me ready for the Diamond League final, which I know is going to have even more fireworks. But, the rivalry, you guys can paint it as a rivalry, but, I take it as a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan type of thing.
That's a good example.
He has paved the way, and it's up to me to repave it and make it even better for the next person that's coming up. We can use Sasha for example. He's the next up and coming person. So it's always just kind of just repaving the way, repaving the way, and whatever happens from in the future, that's what we aim for.
Hansle, it's good to have opponents, but it's hard to have friends in the opposition because no one hates Grant. No one. I don't know anyone who hates him since the beginning when he was a student. I mean, all the others they said, "This is a good fellow. This is a good guy." It's hard.
Yeah, definitely. I
cannot work on that.
I have a lot of respect for Grant. Trust me, a lot of respect. Of course, all the competitors, but it's really good that we can have this kind of rivalry where it's fun, it's friendly, and everybody is trying to do their best and trying to look out for each other. And as he said, he has a lot of years ahead of him. I am looking to get out in another few years, and I plan to make it hell for him to win, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. And as he said, he probably learned a few things from me. I definitely learned something from him. You might have seen him coming out of the blocks getting to hurdle 2, 3 while everybody else is still at hurdle 1.
Right.
And to me, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been hurdling for a while and I've never seen somebody go that far. And I thought, there's something to learn. I need to
I understand what you're saying. I've seen him indoors. Indoors, it's so fast.
Amazing.
It's just amazing the 60 hurdles. Yeah. And that's why he has the world record.
Exactly. I took a few things from that. You might have known, but my start was horrible over the years, and I've made massive improvements thanks to this guy here. Of course, coach as well, but I'm really grateful. And I think hurdles is becoming one of the more premier events to look forward to, and I think we should try to put some more emphasis on that. We have a lot of guys running really fast, and youngsters coming up as well. You see Rashid Brabel, for example. So we're looking to stamp our ground with the 110 hurdles and let the world know that this is something that we should really be looking forward to seeing.
Talking about now you have achieved your world title, you have the title, Grant, which is one good thing. What do you need for the end of the season? What is the goal?
Main goal is definitely to hold up this bad boy right here.
Right.
So yeah. I use the thing that I always tell myself is chess, not checkers. So you take whatever happened at Worlds, you take whatever happened at Hungary, take whatever happened in Monaco, Lausanne, you name all the other meets, and you compile it all into one common goal, and that's for that trophy right there. And of course, I come out here and I want to win, I will win type of mindset, but it's one of the things where you have to know the end goal. Literally the 5 things that I tell myself, the 5 pillars of track and field each year for me is indoor trials, indoor worlds, outdoor trials, outdoor worlds, and then if it's an Olympic year, of course,
put the Olympics in,
and then Diamond League.
No world record?
See, that's the thing. When you execute at a very high level, the record's gonna come.
Right.
And obviously, I haven't. And I can definitely say this. I haven't really been executing to my full ability. I have the spurts of it, and I'm still trying to find the corner pieces to the puzzle.
This is 1/10 of a second for this one, huh?
We can. I mean, like I said, I'm fully excited. I'm fully capable. I know what I've been doing in practice, but it all matters when the lights are out and whatever happens when that gun goes off. That's what people remember. I can
post and say and show all the stuff that I do in practice. But if I don't do it when that gun goes off, it's irrelevant.
Can you tell to the journalist here what's the difference in between being at the start at the Olympic final and at a meet like this? What's the difference? Experience helps more here and you feel more relaxed, or is there a difference in terms of pressure, in terms of concentration?
That's every 4 years.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Worlds or Olympic Games. I mean,
it's definitely different. You know, it's more you're thinking about a team, your country.
So that's the good pressure for you.
Definitely.
Also? Yeah.
You know, I think when I was younger, I thought more about pressure. I was thinking more about, you know, making sure that I make everybody proud, represent myself well.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm not thinking about that so much. I'm more focused on, all right, how am I going to execute this race today? And I know once I execute the race, I'm going to make everybody proud, you know, including myself. So, of course, with a big event like the Olympics or the World Championships, it's a lot more people watching. Here might be a little bit less, but I think it's the same goal, really. And as I said, I don't really think about it as, you know, pressure, more of trying to execute my best race.
Grant, for you?
I think, just from my experience and, you know, my 2.5, 3 years on the circuit, I definitely say Olympics was just, you know, top pillar. Because, you know, I'm young, I say I want to do it, I see it on TV, I watched it, and, you know, when it's your turn, it's kind of like, oh, snap, I'm here. So, you know, you just, you put it all in perspective. It's just, so it's every 4 years. So, like, if you have the opportunity that year, you have to seize it. You know, it's just one of the things where you just have to be able to execute at that stage. You know, when you come to meets like this, of course, you're gonna feel the nerves because you're excited. You know, you care about the sport.
Happy,
you wanna perform, but at the end of the day, nobody remembers the Monaco Diamond League champion. I mean, put it like that. I mean, I'm not trying to bash it, but I understand what you mean. That's just how it is. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you got the world champion indoors and out, or the Diamond League.
Except if you break something.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just one of the things, you know, I definitely felt some pressure at Olympics and definitely had some jitters, and it happens, you know. So I dust myself off. Regardless if I would have won that race, I would have started the whole process over again. Regardless if I would have lost that race, I had to start the whole process over again. So it's just one of the things where you just continue just to build, and you figure out ways of what works and what doesn't work, and you keep it pushing.
Thank you. So I will open the question to the journalists if you want to. Please, who wants to ask a question? Je traduirai après quelques-unes de leurs interventions, mais vas-y.
Juste une question sur Sacha, qui est le français qui monte, qui est le recordman du monde junior cadet. Qu'est-ce qu'ils pensent tous les deux un petit peu de ce garçon qui monte?
Grant l'a félicité, hein, tu avais vu sur les réseaux, il lui a envoyé un petit message, hein, sur le truc. Just for the French journalists, he wanted to know what you think about Sacha Zoya, the newcomer. Well, he's coming from the juniors last year. I know you sent him a message after the Worlds. First time on the high hurdles for him, first year on the high hurdles. He won't be here, but he will do the European Championships next week. So if you have an idea or one feeling about the young kid who is coming up. Hansle?
Well, for me, it's always exciting to see, you know, younger guys doing so well. It just tells me that hurdles will be even more competitive later on.
Improving,
you know, and it keeps improving. We keep seeing more youngsters doing really well, and he did really well. You know, so I'm just looking forward to see him make that transition, you know, over the higher barrier, you know, so we can all line up together.
Non, pour moi, c'est quelque chose d'extrêmement important de voir les jeunes être performants, parce que ça permet à nos disciplines de continuer de progresser. Et ce qu'il a fait, c'est quelque chose de très fort. Et je suis persuadé que ce qu'il est en train de faire sur les hautes va l'amener vers quelque chose d'encore plus fort. Et j'attends aussi le moment où je me retrouverai avec lui, parce que c'est quelque chose qui m'intéresse. Grant, I know you sent him something, yeah?
Yeah, I sent him something, of course, when he was on the junior heights, but he actually came to Gainesville, where I live, and he trained for probably about a month and a half.
With Laji?
With Laji. So, I've actually seen him in practice. I've done starts with him. I gave him some pointers on, this is what you should feel, this is what this helps with.
He will be one of your opponents in Paris.
Absolutely.
2024, you know that?
I will hope so. I will hope so. So it's just I've seen it and I know what he's capable of. It's just it's only a matter of time till he taps into it. So he has a bright future. He made it to the semifinal round. He ran 13-1 already this year. So it's definitely a good future for him.
Oui, non, effectivement. Moi, je l'ai vu pendant 4 semaines. Il est venu s'entraîner là où j'étais à Gainesville. Avec la G, il a participé aux entraînements. Je lui ai donné quelques conseils. On a fait des départs ensemble. On s'est retrouvés. Voilà, j'ai vu comment il avait progressé. Je sais qu'il a un superbe futur à écrire. Et j'attends bien entendu beaucoup de nos prochaines rencontres. Même s'il sait qu'il sera l'un de ses rivaux aux Jeux Olympiques de Paris en 2024. Une autre question? One more question. Oui. Celui-là? Alors, ce qu'ils disaient tous les deux, l'essentiel, c'est d'être le plus performant possible en réalisant ce que disait Hansle, essayer quand il est sur les starting blocks ici, de penser à bien réussir ce qu'il avait travaillé et de pouvoir le faire. Mais je vais demander s'ils veulent un temps. What is your goal here tomorrow, both of you, in 1 or 2 lanes, 1 or 2 phrases? What can you expect from this meeting, Hansle?
Well, it should be exciting tomorrow. It's going to be warm. I checked the weather already.
It is.
I'm looking forward to that. Just competing with the guys, trying to make it a fun race, so everybody can enjoy what we have to offer.
Ouais, donc bien entendu. Profiter de la course avec les autres, avec les garçons, c'est l'idée. Il va faire bon, voilà, c'est se faire plaisir au milieu des autres compétiteurs. Lui me disait à demi-mot tout à l'heure qu'il n'était peut-être pas à 100%, mais il le verrait donc après sa blessure, mais il le verrait demain. Grant?
Exciting and I think another word to sum it all up is fun. So when you come out here and you're loose, you're excited. There's
Relax.
no pressure. You're
no
relaxed.
pressure,
It's going to be a great. It's going to be a great.
This
one,
is when you can make performances, when you're relaxed.
Yeah, absolutely. Relax and nothing to lose, nothing to gain, baby. So that's something that I always tell myself, and I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Moi, l'idée demain, c'est de se faire plaisir. Le terme, c'est ça. C'est plaisir. On n'a aucune pression, ni les pressions de l'emporter, ni pression de perdre. Donc l'idée, c'est de se faire plaisir demain sur cette course et essayer de faire au mieux pour qu'on prenne tous du plaisir. One more question, une autre question? Oui, derrière.
2 more lucky questions, so I was saving them for the end. Grant, what's up with the QR code, and is there a story behind the socks you're wearing? Is that your face on it?
Yes. All right. So
it is definitely him.
the first question is, I guess I've been trying to wear this QR code for like the past maybe 3-4 weeks, and either one, I'm too sweaty, or 2, the QR code doesn't
stay.
Yeah, it doesn't stay. So I just been fighting trying to get this QR code, but the QR code is just day in the life of Grant. It just shows you what I like, what I don't like, my quirks, what makes me click, what I don't like, the people that I surround myself with. Talk about my faith, my family, my friends, weight room regimen, just a little bit of everything that I do.
Social networks address,
absolutely.
Everything, yeah.
Absolutely. And the second question, yeah, these are my happy socks. It's a picture of my face, and I'm golfing in them. So that's my happy place. Obviously the happy place is also the track, but when I'm away and I'm not Grant Holloway for a day, that's probably my go-to spot to go. I'm smiling, have a couple drinks in me, hitting the golf ball.
Oui, alors le premier, c'est le QR code qui lui permet justement d'avoir plein d'infos, vous permet d'avoir plein d'infos sur lui, notamment ses réseaux sociaux, mais pas que, ses hobbies, ses désirs, ses plaisirs, c'est ce qu'il aime. Voilà, de le connaître un petit peu mieux sur son environnement. Et puis les chaussettes, ben oui, c'est sa tête avec lui un corps de golfeur. Donc il adore cet endroit. Et voilà, un endroit où il est un peu plus relax et il peut boire des verres et s'échapper un peu, être moins reconnu. Où il n'est pas tout à fait toujours Grand Holloway. Une autre question? One more question. We're fine. Tout va bien. Plus de questions. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Merci.
Wish you the best for tomorrow. We'll see you after the line.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. C'est bon, continue, on va reprendre. We keep on going. We go for big heights, high jumpers. High jumpers with us. It's a pleasure again to welcome Gianmarco Tamberi, who is from Italy, but not only from Italy, from the whole world. I mean, the guy is such a great champion, well, co-Olympic champion, and we're very happy to have his twin brothers, Mutaz BARSHIM from Qatar, here together, and world champion in Eugene. Guys, welcome back to Monaco. I know, Marco, you like the place. You like when you come here. Some Italians are in the stands. Huh? It's like a little home for you.
Yeah, this place is something magical for me. You know, we are really close to Italy, and part of my history, maybe one of the most important part of my career, even not in good but in bad, it happened here. So it always has a special feeling here.
Yes, we all remember this. Well, we are happy now you're jumping. The beginning of the season was uneasy. Well, with up and downs, this happens. But what you did in the final proves us that you're there. And as Mutaz said, the season is not over.
Yeah, it's been very tough this year. I had many injuries and many problems going on. And last but not least, when I came back from Eugene, I had COVID, so I stayed at home for 10 days. I'm feeling like that famous long COVID affected me. So I'm trying to get him back for the Europeans. As they say, the season is not finished yet, so I still can do something, and that's good.
Thank you for coming here. I know it's uneasy, but you need competitions.
Yeah, I need it because in training it's very hard. You know, when you don't have energy, I don't know if you ever tried, I hope not, to the COVID feeling, but you really feel like you want to stay in bed. You're old, like 50-year-old, 60, 70, like lazy. You don't want to do anything. So competition helps a lot to get motivated and try to take something out from your body. So.
Ouais, la saison n'a pas été facile, n'a pas été simple, avec des blessures, des hauts et des bas. C'est pas quelque chose de très facile pour moi. Lors des championnats du monde, c'est revenu un peu, mais là encore, je me suis battu. Et après les championnats du monde, j'ai eu le Covid. Donc là, j'étais complètement en bas. Le long Covid, ça n'aide pas du tout. Vous avez l'impression d'avoir 50, 60, 70 ans. C'est quelque chose de terrible. Je ne sais pas si vous avez eu ça, mais bon, moi, voilà, c'est difficile. Et j'ai besoin de compétition. C'est pour ça que je viens ici. Mutaz, I know you're happy to come back to Monaco. You like the place. Happy also to see your friend with you together here. Congratulations. How did you manage to get this world title in Eugene?
First, thank you. Of course, I'm happy to be back. I mean, it's a great place to compete and very nice stadium, good weather. I hope it will stay for tomorrow.
It will.
Yeah. And of course, always happy to see him. And how I manage, man, I don't know. Sometimes I look at myself in some video. I'm like, who's this guy? I don't know this guy. So it's nothing easy, but I think it's a lot of work.
It takes more than you. It takes over you.
It takes much more, and every time is more difficult. Like people think, you did it once, so now it's just do the same. But the same is not.
It doesn't seem that it's always more difficult. Seems every time easier for you.
It look easy, thank God. Everyone tell me, you make it look easy, I'm like, yeah, it look easy, but it's not. So I guess it's just, so much hard work, so much dedication, and the fight, I still have that fire in me. I always want to go and do, jump, enjoy what I'm doing, and trying to do the best as I can. And so, yeah, my coach told me, just go there and do it, jump. That's what you do best, so jump.
Yes.
And I did, I guess.
It's like Gianmarco said, it's like you love this. Training is one thing, but you love this feeling of competition.
Of course, I love it. This is like my passion. Like I don't do this as a side hobby or something. That's what I do. When I feel sad, when I'm not feeling good, I want to go and jump. So this is part of my life, and I've been doing this all my life. And as I said, I always trying to improve myself in some point. Improvement doesn't always have to be jumping higher. Like whatever, anything that I can improve on the way of jumping, maybe running, maybe like technique, something about it. So anything, I just want to be able to improve myself, and not necessarily that everyone knows what you are working on, but for me, it's really a process, and this process takes a long time. What you see now these years is actually the outcome of 10 years back. All this hard work that I did 10 years back, now we're getting like you know, the
The
outcome.
the benefit is there, even if you
course.
have to keep on trying to improve.
Definitely, and even better because of course it's not easy in my body. I used to be, of course. I'm not like I don't recover the same. I'm old now for high jumpers, but I still can jump. But I have more knowledge. I would say I have more experience and I want to use my experience to jump and to make the jump take easier effect on my body, to use the jump in a better way, in a better technique. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Oui, non, on me dit que ça a été facile. Non, c'est pas facile. Comment tu fais? Moi, quand je regarde le gars qui saute, je le reconnais pas. C'est quand même extraordinaire. Je me dis, comment j'arrive à faire ça? Je suis parfois assez surpris. Et c'est quelque chose de fort. Alors oui, il y a beaucoup d'entraînement, oui, il y a beaucoup de choses derrière, mais à chaque fois, ça devient dur. Plus ça va, plus ça devient difficile. Peut-être qu'on se sent un peu vieux parfois, mais c'est plus l'idée de concourir qui me fait revenir sur les sauteurs. J'adore ça. En fait, j'ai besoin de ça. Lorsque ça ne va pas, je vais ressauter. Lorsque je me sens un petit peu moins bien, j'ai besoin d'aller ressauter. Donc la compétition, c'est ce qui me fait vivre. Oui, il y a beaucoup de travail. Oui, ça vient de loin. Mais on est obligé de retravailler systématiquement à chaque fois pour justement être performant. Gianmarco, it seems that this moment, you have had hard moments. We were here. I remember that at that time. Now it's just a little bad moment, I hope, for you to improve again. As Mutaz said, now there is one goal for you, is the European Championships. We all know that you can jump high. What's the goal tomorrow in terms of having this main goal?
So it's very important to me, for me tomorrow to jump and prove myself that I'm ready for the Europeans, because if I see at my last 10 days I was really scary that I didn't have the chance to go there, because I tried to jump after the COVID, after 10 days at home, and I didn't clear 210 in training. So finish a training session with 205 is not the best feeling you can have. You know something about it. So go out there and compete. It's the only thing that I can do. Try to push myself over my limits right now and try to have some self-confidence for the European. Of course, the gold medal in Europeans is my goal. There are good competitors there. Porzenko is one of them, Prisblisko and Potier, the two German guys, Capitilonik. So it's going to be a good competition, but as I always say, when I put my Italian jersey, I feel like some extra power, like Superman when he puts his
Yes.
t-shirt. So
Marvel hero.
Yeah, that's what I try to hope that is gonna work also this time.
Yeah. Oui, alors moi c'est quelque chose d'assez spécial parce que ces derniers temps à l'entraînement, bien entendu, il y a cet objectif qui sont les championnats d'Europe. Cet objectif est pour moi primordial cette année. Je sais que je peux sauter haut, mais à l'entraînement dernièrement après le Covid, j'ai fait une séance, j'ai même pas pu passer 2,10. J'ai passé 2,05. Mutaz le sait, lorsqu'on n'est pas bien, on est vraiment en dessous et c'est quelque chose de particulier. Et donc j'ai travaillé pour essayer d'être meilleur que ça au championnat d'Europe. Cette idée, c'est bien entendu de venir le travailler, le préparer ici. Il y a des garçons qui sont forts, les Allemands seront là, il y a l'Ukrainien, enfin on va retrouver beaucoup de concurrents qui vont pouvoir l'emporter. Mais lorsque je porte le maillot italien, à ce moment-là, j'ai l'impression de me transformer. Je deviens Superman lorsqu'il prend une cape et qu'il va s'habiller et aller défendre tout le monde, et j'ai l'impression justement que je me transforme à ce moment-là. Donc je souhaite un peu ça. What's your goal for tomorrow, Mutaz, if you have one? Tomorrow and also at the end of the season, because I know you guys want this.
Well, you know, for me, I just want to go there and jump. I want to jump, I want to enjoy, I want to jump high. So let's see, I have like 24 hours to figure out, but I really want to go out there, enjoy myself, and have a great competition, you know. Feel like I still have some more to give for this season, still like 2 or 3 competition more, so I just want to go as much as possible.
Oui, non, moi, demain, l'objectif, c'est vraiment de me faire plaisir. Vraiment, il y a quelques compétitions à venir. Ce que je voudrais, c'est vraiment réussir une compétition, réussir celle-ci, bien entendu, être le plus performant possible, faire le beau saut, voilà, quelque chose qui me plairait, qui me permettrait parce que cette fin de saison, elle va être très intéressante. J'ai envie de faire des choses qui sont bien également de ce point de vue-là en termes de performance. We open the question to the journalists, if you don't mind, gentlemen. Qui est-ce qui veut poser une première question? Who wants to ask a question? Samir?
Hi guys, Mutaz, you're already world champion, and what's your motivation for the end of the season? It's been 4 years that you haven't jumped that 240, so I'm pretty sure you got that in mind, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, world champion for the third time feels good. Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah. As I said to you, I don't do this as it's like a job, or I love jumping, so I will always find something to motivate me, and at the moment, I just want to go out there, do what I like, you know, and I want to do it, of course, in the best way possible. I said I want to go as high as possible. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a while, so it would be amazing to finish the season if I got 240 in the bank. So I always have some targets, but for tomorrow we'll see. I just said I just want to go out there, do what I love the most, and jump. I want to jump high.
Oui, non, effectivement, un objectif comme ça, bien entendu, mais 3 titres de champion du monde, c'est pas mal non plus, donc avoir ce plaisir aussi d'avoir un objectif comme cela. C'est vrai que 2,40, ben, j'aimerais bien, c'est quelque chose qui me satisferait, bien entendu, avant la fin de la saison. Oui.
Hello guys, we know it's important when you are athletes to have rivals. How important is it to have friends when you are competing?
He has no friends.
Who have friends? Do you think he's my friend?
Probably,
He's not my friend, he's my brother.
He's his brother. Yeah, it's different.
I go first?
Yeah, go.
I think it's very important for us. We spend a lot of time together in the track. It's not like 100 meters or 200 meters that they just wait, the gun goes and goodbye, see you next. We stay like 2 hours together. We do the warm-up for 45 minutes together. We stay in the core room long time together, and we used to do all the competition together in the circuit. So we know each other since a long time, and we spent so many hours together in the track, and it's normal to get friends with the people who you respect. And for me, for example, it's been very important in this year to have such an inspirational friend like him, somebody you respect in the way I do, and have somebody who try to push you even if you're opponents. I'll take an example for you. When we were in Oregon, the third attempt at, no, what it was? Maybe I don't remember which attempt it was, but he came to me, by the way, one attempt at 230 maybe. He came to me and he said, come on, Jimbo, you have it. You can do it easy. Don't worry about everything, the pain you have, whatever. Just go and jump it. And that's kind of words that make you understand what you're doing and try to find some extra energy to pass the bar. Because if somebody like him, somebody who won 3 world championships, an Olympic gold medal, an Olympic bronze medal, an Olympic silver medal that became 2 times silver, we know why. It means something, you know, and so I will always be happy about this friendship with him.
Non, la relation, elle existe depuis longtemps. On passe tellement d'heures sur les terrains ensemble. On se connaît depuis tellement longtemps. On a passé beaucoup d'heures à s'entraîner, à s'échauffer, ensuite de ça, à concourir l'un contre l'autre. On est devenus amis, bien entendu. Il y a beaucoup de respect l'un pour l'autre. Et moi, c'est une inspiration quand je vois ce qu'il a fait, toutes les façons dont il a géré ses concours, les titres. Il a même été 2 fois médaille d'argent, je sais pas comment, mais tout le reste c'était vraiment extraordinaire. Il a été vraiment tellement fort, et surtout, voilà, au fur et à mesure, cette relation, elle est devenue très amicale, plus qu'amicale. On est vraiment heureux de se retrouver à chaque fois sur un sautoir. Et Mutaz?
Yeah, you know, it's not much. He said almost everything, but as I said, of course, definitely you need friends, and for me, it's very important. At the end of the day, we share the same passion. You know, we have something that we really. One of the best that we do in the world, and then we can talk about it. And as I said, we're not enemies, we're rivals. So I respect the rivalry between us. And at the end of the day, it's the sports spirit that we have and the respect we have for each other. I think that's something that really matters, to keep our mind positive and to keep always positive attitude. We started as 2 youngsters that have a dream, you know, to do, to jump, to make it to the best in the world, to go have a dream one day to be at the World Championship. I have a dream to be at the Olympics one day. And I know there's so many people, so many youngsters, they're looking at us, we inspire them. We also have to set an example. So many people asking me questions, so many youngster come to you with something that they think is terrifying, or how did it feel? And whenever I get this kind of question, I almost remember myself. So I always try to humble myself. Doesn't matter what you achieve, doesn't matter how big you get, you know, we still have a humble beginnings. And I respect everyone that out there, everyone that in the stadium, you know, they earned this chance, and I respect everyone. And as I said, we've been doing this for so many times. It's impossible not to be friends with someone that you see for 10 years and you compete with, and then you see we end up everywhere in the whole world together. So, and as I said, you know, we respect the rivalry, we respect when we win the competitions, but at the end of the day, I think it's just like it's one big family, you know. It was one the best for everyone, and we push each other, so no matter what.
Oui, non, il y a quelque chose qui va résumer un peu notre relation, c'est qu'on n'est pas ennemis, on est rivaux juste pendant quelques minutes. Mais il y a tellement eu de moments qu'on a passés ensemble, il y a tellement de respect, effectivement. On peut pas avoir... On s'est connus, on était très très jeunes lorsqu'on a commencé. On avait le même rêve. Vous savez, lorsque vous avez le même rêve, vous partagez beaucoup de choses. Et ce rêve nous a permis d'être là où on est. Et donc on a continué d'être ensemble régulièrement. On ne peut pas être agressif avec quelqu'un qu'on apprécie. Donc voilà, on a ces relations-là. Elle est très très forte depuis très très longtemps. Et elle dure, et elle va certainement durer encore longtemps. Je voulais juste rajouter une chose tout à l'heure. Je n'ai pas traduit ce qu'avait dit Gianmarco, c'est que sur un des essais au championnat du monde où il ne se sentait pas bien, Mutaz est venu lui donner un conseil en disant mais tu peux le faire, tu as les moyens, donc vas-y saute. Et donc il l'a fait. Voilà, c'est ce qui donne aussi un peu plus de sel encore à leur histoire. One more question, une autre question. Oui.
Juste un petit mot sur vous, le Coréen qui arrive, qui a pris le titre en salle cet hiver. Est-ce qu'il peut venir un petit peu titiller leur amitié et puis leur hégémonie? Qu'est-ce qu'ils pensent de tout ça?
What do you think about Woo, who took the title, the Korean guy who took the title? Yeah. What do you think of his performances, and can he be an enemy in between you? Can separate you? No.
No way. I mean, he's such a great talent. His technique is wonderful. I would say that technically for me, is one of the best in the circuit. But we've been through these many years,
for a long time.
There have been so many athletes who come and jumps with us, and nobody separate our friendship. So that can't happen. Of course, he's gonna be our opponent, but we respect him as we do with all the other jumpers. And as we said, when we are in the track, we try to win. We are friends, but we try to win. So everybody show up is our opponents out there, but still, it doesn't mean that we don't respect them. So that's what I think.
Non, oui, quand je regarde sauter, c'est peut-être l'un des meilleurs techniciens qui est au 100 hauteur aujourd'hui. C'est vraiment quelqu'un qui saute très bien, beaucoup de respect de ce point de vue-là. Mais bon, il ne peut pas venir briser une amitié très très longue. Et lorsqu'on est sur un sautoir, on a tous envie de gagner. Donc que ce soit lui ou nous, voilà, on va le faire. Mais ça ne changera pas notre histoire. Il est très fort. Il y a quelque chose de effectivement très très fort qu'on apprécie justement au niveau de la technique, mais ça ne changera pas grand-chose. Mutaz?
Yeah, also I think, you know, he's a nice guy. I think he's also a good high jumpers. Maybe many of you guys not seen him recently, but for me, you know, we've been competing many years because, you know, with the Asian championships and stuff, we've been competing for quite some times. And I always tell, you know, he's a talented guy, and, you know, he jumped high, he proved himself. I mean, of course, he's the best in the world, but one of the best in the world at the moment. But I also always say, whenever somebody comes up, media trying to get your opinion. And I say my opinion doesn't really matter. Even if I say he's good or he's bad, he can always prove you wrong. So many people say that I'm not a good high jumper. I'm here 10 years, so so many people. I'm tell you.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Please.
We
want names.
You know, so at the end of the day, you know, you need to think about people that you care, that opinion, people close to you, your coach and blah blah. Everybody else doesn't really matter. But again, you know, he's a good high jumper, and I love this. I love to see many, you know, new high jumpers coming. You know, I like to see the level get high. I rather go jump 38, 40 and lose than jump to 30 and win. So for me, the win is count when it's count, win championships. But apart from that, it's just the performance and the level. And when we have such many good high jumpers, only the level gets higher, which is win-win for everyone.
Oui, non, effectivement, pour lui également, il l'explique comme cela en disant que c'est un très très bon athlète. Il est très performant. Il le connaît depuis un moment parce qu'il a fait les championnats asiatiques avec lui lorsqu'il était plus jeune. Et c'est quelqu'un qui a vraiment du talent, qui est très fort. Mais on me demande parfois voilà, de donner mon opinion sur un athlète. Ça ne changera pas grand-chose, parce que moi j'entends des gens qui disent de moi que je ne suis pas un bon sauteur en hauteur. Bon, j'ai prouvé l'inverse. Alors c'est pour ça qu'on rigolait et qu'on lui demandait qui. Mais il dit non, j'entends les critiques. J'entends parfois certains qui disent que je ne suis pas un bon sauteur en hauteur. Voilà, c'est comme ça. Donc peu importe l'opinion qu'on peut avoir de quelqu'un, Wu est un très bon athlète. En tout cas, il fait partie des meilleurs aujourd'hui sauteurs en hauteur de la planète, ça c'est sûr. One more question? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you sure you're gonna be able to jump with the kilos you're gonna gain in my wedding in the
when is your wedding? When is your
1st September.
1st September.
1st September. And you have the final before.
It's not used to Italian food, you know.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
we have the final after 7 days. Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I tried to tell you better put your wedding after the season, but you don't want.
Because so I have one chance more to beat you because you're not used to the Italian food.
That's
No
why.
worries.
That's why you.
I'm wise.
Don't worry.
You know, after 30 years.
I can put 5 kilos and we're going to see.
Voilà, il dit moi j'ai
You
une
still have
question.
5 kilos less than me.
Est-ce que tu pourras sauter correctement lorsque tu seras venu à mon mariage et que tu auras pris quelques kilos? Est-ce que tu pourras le faire? Et Mutaz disait
good food,
même
what
avec
can I
5
do?
kilos, même avec 5 kilos, je pourrais te battre encore. With 5 kilos, you can. Yes.
Yeah.
5 kilos is still 5 kilos less than me. That's the problem.
That's right. That's right. Last question. One last one.
Good.
Are we good? Merci beaucoup.
Perfect.
Thank you guys. Wish you big heights tomorrow.
Thank
Merci.
you.
Thank you.
Voilà, merci d'avoir patienté. Thank you for your patience. So we have our last guest. Unfortunately, one of our guests couldn't be with us because she had something to do with Shelly-Ann Fraser show. So the world champion in 100. And Shericka Jackson is with us. Thank you very much. The world champion in 200, silver medalist in 100 and in the 4x1. Thank you very much for attending this press conference.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. What's the feeling coming to Monaco after this incredible, I have to say, 21:45. I've been dreaming about running that time when I was an athlete, but really it was a great performance.
Definitely, it's my first time in Monaco, so I'm super excited to be here. I'm actually running my second 100 since the World Championship, so I'm super excited for tomorrow. I like the climate here, so I'm just excited to be here.
And so PARCHMENT was there. I said, I love the weather. Yeah. So it's like it's a great time for sprinters. I mean, great weather for sprinters. 10:73 at the Worlds in a 100 meter. I imagine that you want to. Well, you have achieved world title. Do you want to do something in terms of performances?
Come again?
You want to do something in terms of performance like a time?
Definitely. I don't think I've reached my full potential in the 100 as yet. So it's taking some time. World Championship was actually good. I ran a personal best. So I'm looking to run faster 100. I think I've practically master the 200 a little, so I am excited to put together a proper 100 and see how fast I can go.
Shelly-Ann did confirm that 10:66 in the 10:67 in Poland, and in which shape she will be tomorrow, but it will be a good rivalry in between you, because I know there's a lot of respect between you girls, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I love competing with Shelly. It's just been probably 2 years since I've been competing with her competitively, and I enjoy every moment of it. She, I think, bring out the best in me in competing in the 100s. So I like that, and I like competition, and she always bring her A game, so I'm looking for super excited times tomorrow.
She's so happy to run as a ma'am. I'm not telling her age, but always when she's there, it's like having a big smile. She's very positive. It's also something that you want to follow.
Yeah, definitely. She always keep it positive, and I like that about her. Even on even yesterday when she was in Hungary, she wasn't feeling well, and she came out and still had a beautiful smile on her face, and I admire that a lot about her, and that made me bring out my beautiful smile also. So I like that about her. And
it's important to have fun also, because training is one thing, competition is another thing. Sometimes the pressure is there, but why are you running? It's also to have fun, no?
Yeah, definitely, to just always be happy no matter what. And I think being happy let you perform so well, and you don't even realize. So I just like to stay positive, stay happy, as much as I can, smile and enjoy every moment, because sometimes you never might know what will happen. So every moment I step on the track, I just want to be able to enjoy the competition, not to be too thinking I want to run fast and not having fun, because meanwhile having fun you can run fast. I just love to have fun out there and run some fast times.
There is also a rivalry between Jamaica and USA, of course, and and in the men's, I mean, the guys took the lead, but the ladies, the individual titles went to Jamaica, the 4x1 went to USA. I know tomorrow there will be a little competition inside the competition.
Oh yeah, we, as I said, the 100 field is always competitive, and
plus the Ivory Coast, like Marie-Josée Talou also, plus other.
Yes, I love competing with them, and I do enjoy it. And as I said, every lady is coming out there tomorrow to give their A game, and that is what competition is about, to be able to be very competitive on the day. And I think all of us, I can speak for myself, but I think all of us do enjoy the competition and loving it every moment.
Last time you met Shelly-Ann was at the Worlds, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So this will be the first time since that time.
Yeah, first time since the World Championship.
Good. Talking about end of the season, what is your goal now? As I said, you have the world title. what is in your mind to end this season pretty well?
Honestly, I have not won a Diamond League trophy before, even coming close. The closest I've ever come is second place, and that was last year. So I have not won a Diamond League trophy before, and I think I would love to add that to my name this year. So I'm working really, really hard, staying positive and very competitive, and I think at the ending of the season I'll probably achieve that.
You have your program in mind?
I think, I don't know. Coach and I will discuss that.
You have to talk with the coach.
Yeah, definitely.
But always talking to the coach. How do you feel coming to Europe? Did you get rid of jet lag? You're here since a few days?
I've been in Europe since July because I compete in at
yes,
a
but you went back to...
No, after the championship, I went back to Jamaica. I took a week off.
Right. Holidays? Really?
Yes, I did nothing. So I took a week off and then back to training. And coach and I discussed what we are going to do this season. And I think it's working well. I've competed already in 200 and 100. So I just want, as I said, coach and I keeping it positive as possible to be able to run faster each race. So for now, we are just staying focused and preparing for the Diamond League final.
Great, great. So, well, we'll talk about the program later. But they will ask you a few questions. Alors, je vais juste traduire ce que vient de nous dire Shericka Jackson. Elle a effectivement réussi ces championnats du monde. Elle était très heureuse de la façon dont ça s'est passé, ce chrono extraordinaire sur 200 mètres. Première fois ici à Monaco, c'est la première fois qu'elle vient disputer le meeting. Ça aussi, c'est quelque chose d'assez important. Elle retrouve Shelly-Ann Fraser, qui a été sa rivale lors des championnats du monde et qu'elle adore, qui a toujours un sourire extrêmement positif, même si parfois elle se sent mal, comme c'était le cas hier. Et donc elle arrive avec un grand sourire sur le visage. Et ça lui donne aussi une belle inspiration pour elle également sourire, puisqu'elle m'a dit qu'elle a aussi un très beau sourire. Et puis elle a réussi à prendre quelques vacances après les championnats du monde, se réentraîner avec le coach qui va déterminer la fin de saison. Elle n'a pas encore le programme définitif ici. Ça sera son deuxième 100 mètres de l'année, après celui des championnats du monde où elle a fait 10,73 pour prendre la deuxième place à Eugene. Et elle attend bien entendu beaucoup aussi de cette rivalité qu'il peut y avoir entre les Jamaïcaines et les Américaines. Il y a beaucoup de filles qui sont compétitives sur cette épreuve du 100 mètres. Et elle n'a jamais eu de trophée Diamond League. Donc ça, c'est un de ces exemples d'objectifs pour la fin de saison. Et elle voudrait effectivement l'obtenir. Elle a terminé deuxième l'année dernière. Voilà, si quelqu'un veut poser une question, who wants to ask a question? Première question, oui, Samir.
Hi, Shericka. A few
Hello.
questions for you. First of all, do you have some time in mind on the 100? Do you still challenge that 200 meters for the end of the season and that world record, because a lot of people talk about it? And then I'll follow up.
For me, I think coach and I had discussed right after I ran 21.5 that if you continue to think about time, you will end up disappointing yourself if you don't meet those expectations. Yes, I do have a time in mind, which funny enough that the 21.45 was my goal for this season. I have achieved that, and when I went back home, I set a new goal. I won't tell you that goal, but yes, I am close there.
After you've done it.
Yeah, but definitely that was one of my goals, and I did achieve that, and I set a new goal because I want to run faster. I believe I can run faster than 21.4. So coach and I discussed, and we are preparing to run faster. So if it don't happen this season, definitely we'll go back to the drawing board and prepare. So yes, I do have 100 meter time in mind, which I have not achieved as yet. So I have a couple hundred this season. I'm just going back to fix what needs to be fixed and hope I meet my goals for the 100.
Je te laisse traduire.
Oui, elle avait effectivement eu cet objectif de 21,45 exactement. C'était ce qu'elle s'était mis en tête en début de saison. Elle a réussi cet objectif de 21,45. Elle est rentrée chez elle et elle a remis en place un autre objectif. Elle ne le dira pas aujourd'hui. En revanche, avec l'entraîneur, eh bien, elle sait, elle lui a dit, ils en ont parlé, elle sait qu'elle peut courir en moins d'un 21,4. Donc ça, c'est quelque chose qu'elle a déjà bien en tête. Et elle va donc préparer toute la suite de cette saison un peu pour essayer justement d'obtenir cet objectif avec encore une fois le titre de Diamond League en tête. Une autre question?
Yes, real quick. I know you told the story already, Shericka, but can you take us back to the decision to come back to the short sprint? And do we have a chance to see you again on the 400?
That story, I think probably 2019. After 2019, I went back home. It was supposed to be the Olympic year 2020, but I was struggling with some fractured shins, which I think the Olympic not being kept work in my favor. So in 2021, I got hurt in March, which I was struggling to get back to fitness for the 400. So it happened to be that right after I went to a meeting in the US running the 400, coach discussed and like, okay, then I'm going to step you down to the 200, which I was a bit concerned because I'd never know how fast I was. So it's like, I was like, man, am I going to make it in the 200? But I know I can, it's just, would I make it at the time? So for me, I think when coach say, I'm going to run the 100 at the trials, it was just to get a relay spot. It happened that I actually run so well at the trials, I ended up running it at the Olympic, which I got a medal, and ending up not making in 200, which was the actual event I was supposed to run. So when coach and I discussed that, okay, then I run in the sprint, I was super excited but nervous at the same time.
Oui, concernant justement son épreuve qui était le 400 mètres, la décision avait été prise l'année dernière effectivement d'en changer. Il y avait eu cette blessure qui l'avait fait reprendre très tard, et donc les décisions qui ont été prises avec l'entraîneur, c'est de dire, eh bien, je vais te recalibrer sur le 200 mètres, puisque le 400 mètres c'était un petit peu difficile, on n'a pas beaucoup de temps pour le préparer, et donc tu vas faire notamment du sprint et le 100 mètres aux sélections jamaïcaines. Et aux sélections jamaïcaines, il s'avère que sur 100 mètres, elle fait un gros temps, mais son objectif, c'était juste d'intégrer le relais 4x100. Et le gros temps fait que, bien, tout d'un coup, ça la repositionne sur le sprint. Et c'est pour ça que cette année, la préparation s'est faite sur le doublé 100-200. 400, oui, bien sûr. What about the 400? Would you come back to it?
Definitely. I can, as I said, I'm so good at all events. I'll stick to all events. I won't change anything.
Je resterai, bien entendu, j'adore toutes ces épreuves et je reviendrai effectivement sur le 400 mètres. But not before the end of the season?
No.
No, next year, maybe. Or Paris 2024. Well, this is another thing. Une autre question, one more question?
Shericka, let me phrase this question in a slightly different way. Because I guess many people, you answered the question why you moved down from the 400 to the 100. The obvious question is, how come you didn't notice that you had a world-class talent for the short sprints? So you started out at that event rather than the 400 meters, because it's more, I guess, more glamour also in the shorter events and not as much lactic acid. So how come?
I know I had a lot of talent in the 200. It's just that I've always been getting hurt since I was in high school. So when I went to MVP, it was a choice by coach that, look, you're not sprinting, you're running the 400, which I was okay with because I was running like 51.6 at the time. So I know I had talent. It's just that because I was getting hurt so much, coach decided stick to the 400.
Oui, non, pourquoi effectivement ce talent s'était avéré un peu tardif sur le sprint, mais parce que je me blessais beaucoup, je me blessais sur le 200 et donc l'entraîneur m'avait programmé plus sur le 400 mètres pour éviter justement ces blessures, mais je savais que j'avais du talent sur le 200 et maintenant que je suis prête à le faire, effectivement ça se voit un peu plus. Oui.
Comment battre Shelly-Ann sur 100 mètres? C'est une vaste question, mais comment faire
Question is precise. How to beat Shelly-Ann on 100 meters?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Remember, I haven't beat Shelly in the 100-meter ever, so I'm still trying to figure that out.
Je ne sais pas, je vais chercher, je continue de chercher. Je ne l'ai jamais battu sur 100 mètres, donc je ne sais pas, on verra. It could happen tomorrow. Attends, it could happen tomorrow.
Let's see.
Let's see, on verra. Oui, vas-y, j'ai pas entendu. Pas d'addition, d'accord. Merci. One more question. Une autre question. Plus de questions. We're done. So let's get ready for the start tomorrow, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
See you after the line.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Voilà. Ouais, yeah. Take it. You have it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Voilà, merci. This ends the press conferences. I hope you have everything. If you need questions, still, I can answer to them. Thank you. Merci à tous. Bonne fin de journée. Et la suite demain, dès le début du meeting. Il n'y a rien à voir. Si, il y a Marc Ventouillac qui voulait dire un petit mot.